Hey Mindspo fam, and welcome back to Mindspo TV, your online destination for all things mindset, inspiration, motivation, and of course, meditation. Now today's another Ask Questions, Get Answers day today, and I've got a question from one of my Mindspo members, Cami, who's asked, Rochelle, how do you stay positive and expect the best things in life, as opposed to thinking negative thoughts and always expecting the worst? Thank you so much for this question, Cami. I feel it's something a lot of people struggle with, so I'm excited to get into this today. Now, negative thinking and seeing the world through a glass is half empty attitude rather than a glass is half full perspective is actually a really easy trap to fall into. To answer this question today, I'm going to share with you my 5 truths for turning your mindset sunny side up. But before I do, I want to explain and remind you that your perception of reality is just actually your internal projection, as it's a core fundamental truth that needs to be realized and understood before you can shake up this negative belief pattern. Everything that you experience in life and interpret and label as rather good or bad is actually just a subjective projection of your internal perception of what's going on. Reality is like a movie, and in some ways we are all just playing the role and interacting as our own characters and actors in the film that we call our lives. Now, have you ever had an interaction with someone that you perceived to be negative, but someone else who was there with you didn't pick up the vibe that it was negative at all? For example, say that you're at a restaurant with a friend and the waiter comes across as super rude to you in short, but your friend thinks that they're just acting perfectly normal. Another example might be you're at a party and you feel like someone that you have just met is rude with you and they quickly leave the conversation that you just started. And your friend sees the situation as the person just being anxious and maybe socially awkward and leaving to go to the bathroom or get themselves a drink. We all perceive things that occur in life through our own unique lens of how we view reality, which is influenced greatly by things like our personality, our belief system, our upbringing, past experiences, or even just our mood at the time that these things may occur. When we become self-aware and we observe that we are being more negative than positive and expecting the worst rather than expecting the best, it's within our choice and within our power to alter this perception. Which brings me to our first tip to start shifting your perspective to a more positive one, which is know that you can't control the world, but you can control how you react to it. This phrase, you can't control the world, but you can control how you react to it, has been one of the most consistent truths that I have passed down to students since I became a meditation teacher. Because it's a phrase that reminds me daily that the world will keep happening and keep spinning, doing what it does, but I get to choose how I react to it. If a barista seems short to me while he's taking my morning coffee order, then that event is out of my control, but my reaction to this interaction is all up to me. I have a choice to let it go and continue living my otherwise high vibe morning, or I can consciously choose to allow this person's random energy to infect my day and sour the otherwise perfectly good taste of my morning coffee. You select your reactions. The way you interact with the world is 100% within your control. It's a conscious choice. So ask yourself, how do you want to respond to the world? So much peace can be found from letting go of trying to control the world and instead focusing on what we actually can control. This brings me to my second point, which is to use the affirmation, it's good to feel good. Now, this affirmation is actually from Abraham Hicks, and it's a simple, strong, and powerful one that has had a profound impact on how I perceive reality. When we affirm to ourselves and remind ourselves of the truth that we actually want to feel good and that feeling good is in fact good, it magnifies that and it brings it closer to us through the law of attraction. Now, when we get stuck in negative thought spirals, our mind can become clouded and forget that in life we actually want to let go of negativity. We want to live and experience freedom, and we want to embrace the good times. Stomp those negative vibes out of your mind and place the affirmation, it's good to feel good, everywhere. Write it down, stick it on your mirror, set an affirmation alarm on your phone, put it in your notebook, write it in the morning a bunch of times, recite it in your mind over and over and over again. Do whatever you can to remind yourself that you want to feel good, and feeling good is actually what you want out of life. My third tip is to make meditation a habit. No questions asked. Now, if you struggle with a negative mindset and you want to feel a real difference and you don't already practice meditation every single day, then it's time to majorly change that right now. I've linked my video on how to make meditation a habit down below this video, so that will help you get on the right track. Now, the reason a daily meditation practice is so vital for changing your mindset from a negative one to a positive one is that it is scientifically proven to improve your mood, to help with your mental health, to lower your stress levels, increase your quality of sleep, and so much more. My fourth tip is to rehearse the outcome. Now, this trick is actually called mental rehearsal, and it is another scientifically proven way to help you stay positive. And it's actually been done by elite athletes and CEOs for decades. If you're someone who finds yourself continually rehearsing outcomes, situations, events, meetings, or anything else in your mind in a negative light, then rewrite the story and reverse that same thing, but make it a positive outcome. Your mind is the most powerful thing that you possess. It's the thing that allows you to write the story and to create the movie and to play the game that we call life. So take control of your thoughts, take control of what you're projecting to the world, and rehearse anything that you're worrying about, but do it in a positive way. Do this over and over as many times as you can, whenever you can, and just focus on the positive outcome of what you want. My fifth tip to power up your positivity is to do a major audit of the influences in your life. This means looking at your friends, your family, your work colleagues, and even looking at those online influencers. And ask yourself, are they creating more positivity and good vibes in your life, or are they perpetuating more negative thoughts? Now, this can be a challenging thing to do because in life, sometimes we can feel stuck by the people around us. I definitely know what that feels like, especially if it's family or close friends that seem to be dragging us down. However, it's really important that we do our best to create space and distance from these toxic influences, especially when we are feeling stuck and in a funk. Now, know if someone around you is struggling with their own mental health battles and it's actually their energy that's pulling you down, then please do your best to support them and point them in the right direction of people or organizations that are going to be able to be there for them and give them the guidance that they need. While it's important to be there for these other people, it's just as important that we look after ourselves. Remember, you can't pour from an empty cup. We've got to look after ourselves first. Now, another audit of influences that I suggest is looking into the programs and the digital content that you are consciously consuming. And ask yourself, is this lifting me up and leaving me feeling more positive, or am I feeling more negative after I consume it? I really hope that's answered your question on how to stay positive and expect the best things in life, as opposed to thinking negative thoughts and always expecting the worst. It's my hope that you put all these tips into action and they help turn around your mindset. Remind yourself that it's good to feel good. Commit to a daily meditation practice, audit your influences both online and in the real world, power up your mind and start rehearsing the best outcome over and over. And remember that you can't control the world, but you can control how you react to it. Do those things and I promise that they will seriously start to power up your positivity. Be sure to give this video a big thumbs up because it really helps us out and supports our channel. And if you've found today's video useful, I'd love for you to leave me a comment with your thoughts, as well as share the love on Instagram by sharing a story of you watching this video right now and tagging Mindspo and myself. Myself and the Mindspo team love nothing more than connecting with you guys on a daily basis and actually seeing who is watching our videos. I really love checking my DMs and seeing all your accounts. I'm sending you so much love and light. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.